Hey guys, I'm Nick Putnam, and I'm going to answer your questions that you asked me. Let's just get right on into it. Ethan Como asks, could you do a 720 shove? I've never really tried one, but I'm guessing it would be possible to do like off of a ramp or something. I've gotten close to a 720. Oh my god. I've gotten close to a 720 double flip before, so I guess I could do a 720 shove. Now I'm going to try my best not to repeat questions that I answered last time, so sorry if I don't answer any of your questions, guys, or answer some of your questions because I answered them in the last video. Ethan Como also asks what my board size is, and I'm skating an 8.25. I used to skate an 8.0, then I went to 8.125, then 8.25. So I've just kind of been moving up, and I think I'm going to stay at 8.25. And yeah, also asks what's your favorite skate video, and I'm going to say Pretty Sweet or Live Skate Die, because Live Skate Die is just a fun video to watch. And then Limited Skate asks, what was the worst slam you've ever taken? Probably my most painful one was when I broke my ankle last year. That was really bad. But like not breaking bones wise, when I was a kid, I was like 11 years old, I was at my friend's house, and I was just doing like a 180 on like a slanted driveway, and I fell and I bit through my lip, and I had braces, and it kind of like went through a little bit, and I didn't have to get stitches that time. I actually bit through my lip another time where I did have to get stitches, but that wasn't skateboarding related. But yeah, I didn't have to get stitches that time, but it still hurt, and I cried. Kenrick Gwynn asks, if Pinocchio said my nose will grow, what will happen? Pinocchio will physically implode because that's impossible. So, not Deerdick, good name, asks, biggest stair you've ever ollied, and would you rather ollie El Toro or Wallenberg? I think it's a 10 stair. This is the biggest stair set I've ever ollied, and I would rather ollie Wallenberg because although it's like much longer than El Toro, it's not as high, and I'd rather do something longer, I guess. They're both scary. Why Fish Skates asks, did you grow up in a skateboard family or were you solo? My brother skateboarded for a little bit, and that's actually why I kind of got into it. But other than that, not really. I've kind of been solo this whole time. He also asks, what's your favorite skateboard company? Revive Skateboards. They're awesome. If you had one trick to do my whole life, which would it be? I'm gonna go with 360 flip because they're always fun to do and they feel good. And then he asks, how old were you when you landed your first tray flip? And I was probably like 12, 13, I don't know. Young. Well, I was relatively young. And he also asks if you could have one person in the whole world's phone number, who would it be? Barack Obama, because I'm pretty sure he has some connections. Trevor Johnson asks, what state do you live in? Do you plan on moving after your schooling? And can you come to KS and skate with me? Yeah, I can. If you fly me out there, I will. And I live in North Carolina. And I don't know what my plans are after school. I guess wherever the world takes me. I'd like to stay in North Carolina, but you never know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with venturing out and doing something else in another part of the world. Scoped41 asks, do you roll in bitches because of your rocking singing voice? No, kind of, I don't know. A little bit. Más o menos. Tyler Massey asks, did you teach yourself to play guitar or did you take lessons? I took lessons in middle school for a couple of years. It was more like classical lessons, and then I kind of took it from there and just kind of did my own thing with it. So I was taught how to play guitar, but then I went on my own way. And Dominic Arrington asks, have you ever skated the Exodus Gap? And can you please check this out? Neargenius.com. Yes, I will check out that website. And no, I have not skated the Exodus Gap because that thing is crazy. Caleb Tamayo asks, if you could meet any pro, what would it be and why? Who would it be and why? I'd meet Chris Cole because he seems like a really down-to-earth skateboarder. Seems like a cool guy. Daniel Klosowski asks, have you ever fallen due to a pebble in front of a girl/person you were trying to impress? Actually, back in 7th grade, I had broken my wrist and I had a cast on. And I was skating over at a friend's house, and there was a girl that I kind of liked, and I was skating in the driveway, and like I hit like a crack in the driveway, and just fell face first, onto the ground. Didn't hurt my arm, but I was pretty embarrassed. But I shrugged it off. Austin, your locker says, Coke or Pepsi? I drink Pepsi more, but I prefer Coke. I know that's weird, but I don't know. Mark Richardson asks, who motivates you to keep skateboarding? And if you look at the reply to that question, Mejia Steezeria, that is who motivates me to keep skateboarding. Jay Patteris asks, which is the program that you use for editing and mastering your videos? I use iMovie for everything. I know that's very elementary when it comes to video editing, but it gets the job done. I used to have, I had Sony Vegas. I think I had Sony Vegas on my old computer, but once I got my Mac a couple years ago, I couldn't really download it again. Naturewood FB asks, are you in college? When will you release a new video part? What do you prefer, skate park or streets? And in music, do you like Nick Drake? I'm going to college at NC State in the fall as a freshman. I don't know when I'll release a street part. I guess we'll just kind of see over the summer what I do. And I prefer skate park at times and street at times. I think street is more fun, but skate park is more for practicing your tricks and getting everything locked down. And I've never listened to Nick Drake, but I might check him out. Mr. Leoniasti asks, do you like to trample cabbage stew? Yes, of course. Who doesn't? And Mr. Press 17 asks, when did you learn guitar? I learned guitar around the age of 10, that era. Ben F. Skating asks, got milk, Nick? Got milk, got milk, ... No. Yeah. What? Yes, I have milk. Not inside me, though. Evan Algra asks, who are you rooting for in Battle of the Barracks 7? What are your thoughts on Street League? I'm gonna be honest, I have not been keeping up with Battle of the Barracks 7. I'd root for Chris Cole or Mike Moe if they're in it. And my thoughts on Street League, I really like Street League. Regardless of all the controversy between Scoring and Najee Houston being the winner every time, or practically every time, I just like watching the tricks, and I think it's like a really good way to get skateboarding more popular amongst the community. I like it better than X Games. Mika Hutchinson asks, what is your favorite song you have wrote so far and why? I have two favorite songs. One is Eternally, which I wrote for my grandfather who passed away last year. And the other song is Friends I Know, which I just like it because it has a good concept behind it, and I really like the chorus, and it's on iTunes if you guys want to check it out. Noah Smith asks, what basic tricks gave you the most trouble learning? I had a lot of trouble with hard flips. I learned frontside flips before I learned hard flips. I just remember having a lot of trouble with them, and I still kind of do now. I can get them relatively easily, but I just remember having trouble with hard flips and switch flips. Those are very troublesome. Mackenzie125 asks, what are you going to college to study? And also OG Bobby or Johnson. I'm studying business and marketing in college. Just something I've always been interested in. And I don't know, OG Bobby or Johnson. Bobby. I'm gonna go with Bobby. Kuba Kichon asks, how do you overcome the fear of skating big gaps or rails, etc.? You just have to do it. Like obviously work your way up, but you cannot have the fearful mindset that a lot of people have when about to skate like a gap or something. You just can't have that you just gotta blank your mind out and just do it. Just don't even think about it. Like impulse. JTech206 asks, have you skated Element skateboards, and if you have, sponsors, who are they? Also, can you make a 5 on flat and 5 on rail? Check me out on his channel. I have skated an Element deck. It wasn't mine, but I had skated it. It was pretty good. It was like years and years and years ago, so I can't really vouch for how good they are. And no, I do not have any sponsors currently. Let's see. And 5 on flat and 5 on rail, I'm guessing that means 5 tricks on flat ground and 5 tricks on the rail. I can do that. Heel flip or kick flip asks, Little Man Skater asks, heel flip or kick flip? Kick flips all the way. I still kind of have trouble with heel flips. I mean, like, I can do them fine, but I can never get them super duper clean. Unless I'm doing them onto, like, a box. Chris Chamberlain asks, do you still love me, and how are you today? Yes, I do still love you, Chris, and I'm doing pretty swell. Thank you for asking. Chandler Marin asks, what's your major going to be in college, and if you could travel anywhere to skate, where would it be? Top 5 YouTube skate channels. I'm going to be business marketing. If I could travel anywhere to skate, California or China. Those are really cool places. Top 5 YouTube skate channels. I want to go Josh Katz, Andrew Schrock, Potato Plop. Let's see, Ninja Lifestyle, and let's go to Alex B skating. Vulcan Skater asks, can you do a laser flip? Yes, I can, but not very well. I've done a handful of them on flat ground. Most of them I've done off of like ledges or something. But flat ground lasers have always given me a lot of trouble, and it's been really hard to learn them. Guys, this has been my Q&A video. Thank you all for watching and for submitting questions. I'll do another one of these in the future, whenever that may be. And you guys have a wonderful day, /night, / whenever this is uploaded. See ya.